Okay, here we go. Good morning. Let's take a look. We are at Soho Lofts. This is going to be just a studio here. This is the exterior of the building. Probably the older of the units that we're going to see today as far as like when these were all turned into lofts. This is 304 West 8th Street. We are in unit top floor 602. So this is the top floor. So let's take a look here. This is all carpeting, wall-to-wall carpet here. We do have an exposed brick with big windows here. One of my big problems with these windows on the front side of the building was there's no screens, or there was no screen, to where people could just fall right out. There are no screens here either. Well, as you can see, there is no screens, and so basically you can just go right down to the bottom, which I think is a little weird. That's down at the bottom, so that's the entryway. That's how we get in there. I'll take some more pictures of that whenever I get there. So across the way there is a little deck on the other side of the building, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that. It's not much, but it's still a little, it's got a little grassy area, something to get outside on. The biggest complaint you hear, granted you're in New York City, but the biggest complaint you hear here in Kansas City about lofts is that there's just nowhere to go sit outside for just a little bit, and at least that gives you that if you wanted to go. And you're actually looking right at it, so which is kind of rare since you're on the top floor on this side. Okay, so let's take a look here. We've got the wood ceilings, which are really cool. Again, everything else is just kind of almost like an apartment with the sheetrock and the wall-to-wall carpet. Exposed brick on this wall, as I showed you, but I'll show you again. Huge windows, floor-to-ceiling windows. Exposed pipes for the sprinklers for fire. Let's walk over here. Here's our entryway where I just came in the front door. Here's our kitchen. It is open. There may be room for about a bar stool or two, but you've got to come in a little bit in because of the door. So maybe three. Again, these are just the kind of the stock cabinets that you would have bought back in the time that they redid these into condos. So 80s probably with the laminate on the front. Standard white appliances, old tile floor. Again, my only problem with this building was kind of the building that started this loft thing in Kansas City, but it's time now for it to kind of be revamped. So not just the unit, but just the whole thing, the hallways and things like that. So you know, eventually that's going to go on the homeowner whenever they're going to want to reassess, and the HOAs per month to redo everything, the lobbies and all that good stuff. So again, the same tile floor, just kind of a dated tile floor, same vanity as in the kitchen. Full shower. It's just an insert, so it should be okay. Not grody or anything. Bathroom lights kind of dated. Drop ceiling, that drop tile ceiling. Again. And then we've got a closet here, I believe. Let's take a look inside this closet. Just a little closet right off the living room and the kitchen. So basically this really is a studio. I mean, you're paying about $100,000 just for this one room here. Appliances are getting dated. They're not terrible, but they're getting dated. It looks like they've had somebody in here cleaning. It looks nice enough. But it's the old burner kind. It's not the flat top. Older, just cheaper dishwasher. It's a Hot Point, the brand name Hot Point. And then we've got just a standard sink, not granite. These just kind of made to look like it, but they're not granite or concrete. They're just the Formica. And these are just the Formica cabinets that everybody had growing up in the 80s. Cheap stock cabinets. Little tiny microwave sitting out there in the middle of nowhere, barely hanging on for its life to the cabinet. And let's see here. Google Fiber. So that is a part of this unit, this building. That's a part of your HOA, so you don't have to pay for internet. So that's good. And that's pretty much going to be all of these that we look at here. I do kind of like on this one here, again, we've got the wood ceiling. I do kind of like the architecture from looking out of the window here. That's pretty cool, looking right out of your window, so we're on the corner there. And again, there's a bakery right out here as we look out to the front here. What a lot of people like about this here is that there's a bakery. There's a bakery kind of connected front of the building, so it's at the very bottom of the floor. Everybody kind of stops in and gets their coffee Right there where the red paint is on the floor, that's a little bakery right there on the corner, so everybody stops in and gets their stuff for the morning. This is the way you enter, which is really pretty hip and cool. Probably going to be very reminiscent of New York City, where you've got that really big kind of the wrought iron kind of entryway, and then it walks into the middle of the buildings to your front door right there. And then it's basically not much of a lobby. You just walk right in, go straight to the elevator, and come right on up. So that's the exterior. This is kind of the front view. And again, if I just look straight out, this is your view from these windows. So pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool.